Okay, so for today's activity, we're going to be taking a look together at page 375 in your math workbook. So if you need to pause the video, grab your math workbook and turn to page 375 so that we can look at this together. We're going to do a few of these so you can kind of get and understand. It looks like a lot of fractions, but once you start to get the hang of it, you can kind of figure out what you need to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can use your fractions. And you can use Whiteboard FI, or if you want to create the fractions, we'll probably go through and create the fractions so we can kind of see. So we're going to put their fractions in containers. Now, one of the things that I notice, I'm going to write each fraction below the container in which it belongs, and there are 5 fractions for each container. And so that kind of gives us a clue. So if we have more than 5 fractions in a container, we are going to have to take a look at our work again and figure this out, okay? So they did 3/6 for us. So we're going to go ahead and look at 3/6, okay? So if I draw a picture of 3/6, and I'm just going to do real quick here, just a picture of our cake. Uh-oh, let me undo that. I don't like that. I'm going to go over, maybe I'll do it down here. I'm going to do it down here. Okay. So they put it in 1/2, right? So we can kind of just go through and we can draw our square cake, and we can divide that square cake into 6 pieces, right? So we can look, okay, 6 pieces I'm going to do across the middle, do the best I can to have straight lines. And then we're going to do here. And remember, all the pieces should be the same size. That's a big thing about fractions that I've been talking a lot about. I'm doing my best to make sure that they look like the same size. Okay, so if we have 3/6 here, and so we're going to color in, of our 3/6, we're going to color in 3 of those, right? So we're going to take, and I'm going to do it in red. So we've got our color in. So I'm going to color in, boop, boop, boop. So looking at this, looking at mine, I've colored in half, right? I've colored in, this is an equivalent fraction to 1/2 because I've colored it in. So we know that 3/6 is equivalent to 1/2, okay? So let's take a look at the next one. So we have the same fraction, so I'm going to just take that same fraction, and I'm going to undo a couple steps here, and we're going to take a look to see what we have. And we have, let me undo one more. And so I have my same cube there. Now I'm going to cut it into, we're looking at 5/5. So we're going to look at this fraction right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark it now. So 5/5. So I'm going to take this and divide it into 5 sections, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 sections. And I'm going to color in 5 sections, right? So I'm coloring in all 5 sections. So that means I've colored in 1 whole. And so I'm going to take and I'm going to write 5/5 in this section. So there is 1 whole. So the containers represent these, what we call landmarks. And these are kind of the landmarks that we're going to be looking at. So we have less than 1/2, 1/2, between 1/2 and 1 whole. So remember, half is here and whole is all the way up here. So it's more than a half, but less than a whole. Then we have an actual whole, and then we have more than 1 whole. This is something that you can see it's spilling over. So it's more than 1 whole fraction. And they're using these glasses of water. So less than a half is obviously anything that's going to fill up less than a half. And so you can go through and you can draw these on a dry erase board and a marker. I would try to do that. It might be quicker than trying to do it digitally, but I'm showing you digitally so that I can record the video. And so you're going to kind of go through and you're going to identify these fractions. The first 2 are done for you. And so you can kind of start to develop some ideas about the patterns that you will see. And you're going to work through those fractions. And your assignment today is to do pages 375 and 376, and you're going to turn those in. Remember, I'm out today, so everybody's going to be doing the same thing. You will all have the same assignment. You will all work to do that. And then your list of work to finish will be there, posted in your Canvas, okay? And so that's the work there. And then if we take a look at 376, the next page, hopefully it turns quickly. so that you can see. So it's a review of addition and subtraction. So you're going to kind of just practice through that. And so that's the work you're going to have for today. And Mrs. Gerlach will be there for you if you need her, and you can kind of work through that process. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day.